Today, Americans lose more money to digital crime than to home burglary. Get this. And while Americans spend more than $20 billion each year on home security systems, most don't even take the basic precautions to protect themselves online. I don't.
It's like going out of your house, locking all the doors, and leaving all the windows wide open.
Right here.
How are you protecting yourself? Come on.
Well, Aura founder and CEO Hari Ravichandran is here with the answer.
Welcome. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. This was born out of a personal experience yourself, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, in 2014, I had an incident. I was applying for a home mortgage. Got denied. Didn't know why that was the case. Started looking into it. Really kind of leaned into my team, asked them to help me quite a bit to try to figure out what had actually happened. And 10 days went by, and we were looking at it going, well, I'm not sure how this happened. How could this have happened? And a lot more questions than answers. So at that time, I was thinking, gosh, like I have resources and I know technology and I can't figure this out. And this shouldn't be this complicated. And think about the millions of people that don't know what to do in this situation and can be very overwhelming. So that was a real motivation to want to go start Aura for me.
That's right. And let me show you some numbers here. Take a look at this. Every 7 seconds, someone is a victim of identity theft or fraud. Wow. 4.1 billion was lost to internet crime in 2020 across all ages. I mean,
the scoundrels are getting better too, because I'm telling you, right before I walked out here in the set, I got one of these messages asking me to click on something. If I had clicked on something, bingo, there's all my information.
This is crazy.
I mean, it's insane. The numbers are outrageous. You see this kind of going up and up every year. The other thing you notice is as the dollars move online from offline, a lot of the criminals are moving there too, right? So a lot of these crimes that used to be super simple are now much more sophisticated. And so for general consumers, what do you fight with? I mean, it becomes much more complicated for people.
Before we go into detail about your company, let's talk a little bit about maybe some of the tips that consumers can use to be proactive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so basic things for your digital hygiene, think about your passwords. If you're using the same password across a lot of different accounts, don't do that because you get one breached, then all of them get breached. You want to make sure
all the time.
you want to make sure that things like credit, you've got a good eye on it, especially if you were part of a breach, you get a notice. You'd want to make sure that you're checking your credit pretty often. Credit cards, make sure there's no weird charges on it. If you've got kids, be sure that you're checking all the different services they're using online and how much time and what sites they're looking at as well. That's going to be important.
So let's talk about the company Aura. How is it helping people just like us to be safer?
Look, I mean, for us, we started with what I think is a big mission, which is to create a safer internet for everybody, right? And so what I faced, I feel like nobody should really have to go through, especially if you don't know a lot about technology. So part of what was really overwhelming was trying to figure out what solutions to go get. Do we want to get antivirus or this or that or any of these particular things, which again, it feels very confusing and complicated. So at Aura, we started with this notion of, hey, we're not antivirus, we're not VPN, we're not identity protection, but we're all in one. We take all of these things, put them together, make it very easy for the consumer to use, make it very affordable, and at the same time, we start to look for things proactively. Don't wait till after the incident has happened. So that's really what's different about our company.
And you really lean heavily on protecting the whole family, and especially nowadays when you have kids. How do you protect kids with, I see them walking through the airport and they're using their parents' phones and they're 2 years old. I've seen a little kid barely walking, like, what are they looking at?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm a parent, so I have, this is a big thing for me. I want to make sure that my kids are always safe. At the end of the day, they're born digitally native, so they're used to technology and they're fearless, right? So they go online, they use any service that's available, they talk to their friends, et cetera. So you'd want to make sure that any information they're putting out there, you're watching very carefully. You'd want to make sure that content that they're consuming is done very carefully as well. And as a parent, you'd want to make sure that kids are continuously guardrailed for the kind of services they're using online.
I'm sure you're reaching millions already who are saying thank you.
Yeah, I mean, including my own family.
There you go.
Yeah.
For our viewers who'd like more information, where can they go?
You can go to aura.com/The Balancing Act. You can also get a free trial of the product there. That again is aura.com/The Balancing Act.
Great stuff.
Thanks so much for being a part of the show.
I mean, I'm sorry it happened to you, but I'm glad now because now we get this.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for
having me.
me.
You just mentioned it. You can also go to our website, thebalancingact.com, for more information. We'll be back right after this.